So today we're doing something a bit different. A whirlwind tour, you could say.
Yeah, hitting 10 incredible beaches from around the globe. We've got a list here highlighting what makes them stand out.
Right. And the goal is really just to, give you a quick feel for these places, maybe spark some wanderlust or just offer a little mental escape.
Exactly. Think of it as peeking behind the postcard. What actually makes these places so beautiful? It's often geology, biology, that kind of stuff.
Okay, let's dive in. First stop, Australia, Whitehaven Beach.
Ah, yes. The Whitsundays, famous for that sand.
Unbelievably white sand, apparently.
Hmm.
Silica sand.
Hmm.
And like super bright turquoise water. What's the deal with silica sand being so special?
Well, it's almost pure silica, which is kind of rare.
Yeah.
It's incredibly fine, very bright white, and doesn't get hot like other sand. It comes from quartz breaking down over a long time.
Wow. Okay. Makes sense why it looks like that.
Yeah, ocean currents brought it all together there. Really pristine.
All right, let's jump over to the Caribbean. Grace Bay, Turks and Caicos. Another one famous for soft white sand, but also really calm, clear water.
A top Caribbean spot, consistently.
Why so calm, typically?
Often it's down to offshore coral reefs. They act like a natural breakwater, you know?
Right.
Stops the big waves.
Gotcha. And the white sand there, different from the silica.
Yeah, Caribbean white sand is usually parrotfish poop, essentially. They eat coral, digest it, and, well, you get fine white sand. Helps with the water clarity, too.
Huh. Never thought of it that way. Okay, now for something totally different visually. And so Source d'Argent in the Seychelles.
Oh, yeah. Iconic. Those massive granite boulders.
Exactly. Not your typical sandy stretch.
Mhm.
Boulders, pinkish sand, shallow lagoons. How did that happen?
The Seychelles are geologically unique. They're bits of an ancient continent, not volcanic like many islands, so you get this old weathered granite.
And the pinkish sand?
That's usually from tiny fragments of red coral mixing in with the white sand, give it that unique color, really special.
Okay, from granite boulders to dramatic cliffs. Navajo Beach, Shipwreck Beach in Greece. Zakynthos, right?
Yep. Only reachable by boat adds to the mystique.
Definitely. You've got the cliffs, the blue water, and of course the shipwreck itself. What's the geology there?
Those are huge limestone cliffs, typical for the Ionian Islands. Limestone erodes in seawater, creating these sheer faces plunging into that incredibly blue water. The isolation and the wreck just make it even more photogenic.
Takes your breath away just thinking about it. Let's switch gears to the South Pacific. Matira Beach, Bora Bora.
Ah, the classic postcard. Lush green hills meeting turquoise lagoons.
Totally. What creates that perfect lagoon setup?
Bora Bora is a volcanic island, or what's left of one. The surrounding coral reef created a barrier, protecting the inner lagoon from the ocean waves, so you get that calm, shallow, incredibly blue water.
Paradise found, basically. Okay, next. Bahia do Sancho in Brazil. Fernando de Noronha, often called the world's best.
It pops up on those lists all the time. It's very secluded, amazing marine life.
Why is it so pristine?
Fernando de Noronha is a protected marine park. They really limit visitor numbers and development. That protection allows the ecosystem, both on land and underwater, to just thrive. Hence the amazing wildlife and untouched feel.
Makes sense. Conservation is key.
Yeah.
Back to Asia, El Nido, Philippines. Nacpan Beach is mentioned. Golden sands, palm trees, limestone cliffs again.
But a different feel to Greece. This is Southeast Asia's karst landscape. Those limestone formations are everywhere in Palawan. Rainwater and groundwater just dissolve the rock over ages, creating these dramatic shapes.
Really stunning backdrop. Okay, Caribbean round two. 7 Mile Beach, Grand Cayman. It's long, soft sand, good snorkeling. Kind of a classic, reliable choice.
Pretty much. It's maybe not quite 7 miles, but it's a huge stretch of beautiful sand. Great access, calm waters again, likely due to offshore reefs, which also make the snorkeling right off the beach really good.
Easy and beautiful. Nice combo. Almost there.
Yeah.
Lanikai Beach, Oahu, Hawaii.
Oh, Lenape. Dreamy blue water, those two little islands offshore the Makaluas.
Yeah. Popular for kayaking, sunrises. What makes it stand out in Hawaii, which has so many great beaches?
The water clarity and color are exceptional, often very calm because of an offshore reef. Kayaking out to the Mokes is like a classic Oahu thing to do. Those islands are actually seabird sanctuaries too, just gorgeous views.
Sounds idyllic. Okay, last one. Pink Sands Beach, Harbor Island, Bahamas. The name says it all, right?
It really does, a distinctive rosy color.
So we mentioned pinkish sand in the Seychelles from coral.
Yeah.
Simpler story here.
Exactly the same principle, yeah. It's tiny, crushed, reddish shells from microscopic organisms called foraminifera mixing with the regular white sand. Creates that beautiful, warm, pink hue. It's quite unique.
Wow, what a trip. from pure white silica to granite giants, volcanic lagoons, and pink coral sand.
It really shows how the beauty we see is so tied to these deeper geological and biological stories, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Each place has its own recipe for beauty.
And it makes you think, you know? What other hidden gems are out there? What unique combinations of rock, water, and life have created other amazing coastlines we haven't even heard of yet? Makes you want to look a little closer, right?